evening until 6 in the morning.
Last week, Israel released 24 imprisoned Palestinian terrorists as a precondition to restarting peace talks. Among those freed, the murderer of an American citizen. Now, some are calling for the U.S. to pursue justice. CBN correspondent Julie Stahl has that story.
Israel released 26 Palestinian terrorists as a gesture to the Palestinian Authority. Among them, Mustafa al-Hajj, who stabbed a U.S. citizen to death.
The Zionist Organization of America is particularly concerned about, let's say, the family of Freddie Rosenfeld, who was killed in 1989 by Palestinian terrorists. One of his 2 killers was released as part of this first batch.
Jeff Daub heads the ZOA offices in Israel. He says he wants to see American laws upheld and justice served.
There are a number of laws that explicitly calls upon the U.S. government to pursue, to capture, to bring to justice, if need be extradite, terrorists or murderers of American citizens overseas.
Daub says the FBI has never initiated an investigation of Americans killed by Palestinian terrorists. He says many Israelis are upset about the release.
They thought that justice was being served, but somehow it has escaped them. This is not something, as far as most Israelis are concerned, that should be needed in order to bring the other party to the negotiating table.
House Majority Leader Eric Cantor is leading a delegation of Republican congressmen on a fact-finding mission to Israel. He said freeing terrorists was a difficult decision for Israel to make.
It is inconceivable, I think, that any other government would be expected to do something like that. I think it underscores the need for a cultural shift on the part of the Palestinians when we see them celebrating in the streets of Ramallah and elsewhere on the release of terrorists with bloods on their hands.
Cantor is no stranger to terror. His 16-year-old nephew, American Daniel Waltz, was killed along with 10 others in a suicide bombing in Tel Aviv in 2006.
That is the problem, I believe, in the whole prospects for peace here in this region. There has to be a willingness on the part of both sides to respect one another's right to exist.
Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.